Hey guys, it's Artifact, and July just kind of came and went in a blink of an eye, feels like. But today was the dev update, and this is the update in a nutshell. Basically, where I sum up about an hour and a half and 2 hours and try to shove it in 14 minutes. So I only go over the super important stuff, or the things I think hold more value. And so some things might be left out. But I hit the big major points. Alright, let's get started. First off, the highlighted question from the YouTube channel was, can I pay someone to transfer my crafted goods so I don't have to do the caravan system? And in a long-winded way, I believe they said yes to this question. The content creator program is accepting applications. I feel like I'm the rogue of the community. I'm not interested. But if you are, then go ahead and apply. They haven't done the invitations or anything. But if you have like a podcast about ashes or a YouTube channel about ashes, fan page about ashes, sign up for that thing. I'm not interested, but best of luck to you if you are. Next, they went into the desert parts, and they showed off the desert. And it's everything that I wanted. I got my giant rib cage. I kind of got Indiana Jones from the Last Crusade vibes. And I feel like they took inspirations from the desert of Utah, like Zion Park and the Arches, mixed with Arizona Grand Canyon. And honestly, it was absolutely beautiful. Also, there was a snail that turned into a horse, which might be the coolest mount I've seen in Ashes yet. After they showed off the amazing desert, they talked about art tools of Unreal 5. And if you watched the stream last night, you know I can't even pull up an image on the computer. So I cannot do this segment justice because it was all over my head. And I'm not even gonna try. However, there were some things I'd like to talk about. They said they want to keep the fidelity low, so that way people with older computers that are still in like the 1050s and like the 960s can still run Ashes, right? They don't want Ashes to be gate kept by the 3070s and the 4060s whenever they come out. And I kind of respect that. I think it's kind of cool that you want that you're gonna optimize your game, so that way there's no barrier of hardware to get in. So after they showed off the art tool, they kind of lost the script and it kind of got confusing on where they wanted to go because it felt like Steven and Margaret were going in two different directions. And for me personally, I kind of lost the plot. But then they got back on track. And they showed off the Empyrean, which is pretty much a Lord of the Rings elf. They showed off a Renkai, which is pretty much a World of Warcraft orc. And then they surprised us by showing a Tulnar, which is 4 races into one. One looked like Raven's dad from Teen Titans. One looked like the Lizard. And then there was one like kind of in... And I was really impressed with this. But I'm still gonna be a sexy redhead barbarian chick human. Even though my second character might be a lizard dude. There was a bunch of lore for the Tulnar, which I need to do some more research so I don't give you false information. But basically, they went underground to survive. And a bunch of breeds started to mix with each other. And that's how they came to pass. Did you know only 10% of ducklings survive in the wild? That was not a fact I was expecting to learn today, but I learned it. Will mounts be an easy getaway? Like if you're cruising, farming, and just going around the world, if you ride your mounts, will you just be able to speed past them? And that answer was a no. There will be risks of riding mounts through hostile territory. Someone asked about a global cooldown, and they said they will test it through the alpha too. Someone also asked, will there be a cap on breeding for animal husbandry? And the answer was a yes. Another question was, will there be flags for naval combat? Like, will you be able to like host your colors? While it might not be a flag thing, you will be able to like customize emblems for like the sails and the ship, which is really cool, honestly. I wish there was a flag system, but it's okay as long as your sails can look cool. Castle sieges will be on a monthly schedule, and no add-ons allowed in Ashes of Creation. Also, side note that they wanted to bring up was, if you are applying for Intrepid will never offer you a job until you had an interview with Steven himself. They say they're struggling with scammers right now. So they'll never ask you for personal information, they'll never ask you to pay, or they'll never ask you to supply your own equipment or anything like that. So if you're applying for Intrepid, just know that Steven will interview you before you get the job offering. And that was pretty much it. He touched on the monster coin system a little bit, saying monsters will have objectives and things, so they just won't be able to run around willy-nilly. And other than that, that was it. That was the dev update in a nutshell. I don't think today was quite the banger that the last three have been, but you can't expect all of them to be home runs. That being said, today wasn't exactly a strikeout, it wasn't exactly a foul ball, it just wasn't a home run. The desert, I'll be honest, as a guy who grew up in the desert, I love this. Like I said earlier, it's very inspired by the Utah desert. It looks inspired by the Utah desert, the Arizona deserts. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because San Diego is relatively close to those. And I'm sure they took some trips down to like the Arches and Zion, Grand Canyon. I get more excited for Ashes more and more. I really do want to tone down the hype because I don't want to be brokenhearted again.
Not everyone's buying it, but if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
And sometimes it just feels too good to be true. But yeah, that was the dev update in the nuttiest of nutshells. I tried to compact 2 hours into less than 15 minutes. And the art tool, I just didn't want to talk about it because I can't do it justice. Tech is not my strong suit. So I'm just gonna post the video itself in the description below. Because, again, that's just something you need to watch for yourself. I don't want to try to explain it and watch everything he was saying, because it all went over my head. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you Monday. Artifact out.